Welcome to My Family and I channel, a place where we tell stories that carry lessons for the road ahead. Today, I will take you on a journey of 3 different paths or lives that reveals the difference in the life of the poor, rich, and the wealthy. So sit back and enjoy the story. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived 3 friends: Sean, Liam, and Alex. They grew up together, played together, ate from each other's houses. But as time went on, their paths split in different directions. Let's look at their different paths. Sean became the poor one. Sean was the poor one among them. Every morning he wakes up, the only thing in his mind is how to survive. He does not have time to think about dreams or passion but survival. He feeds from hand to mouth. For Sean, life is always about the immediate, short-term plans. He doesn't ever plan for his future, long-term plans, thereby making his tomorrow uncertain. Sean wasn't lazy, on the other hand. He was very hardworking, doing all manner of tedious jobs, but because he never budgets his money, never save and invest properly, but rather he sees his income as too small to remove from to save. All these habits pull forces together to keep him poor. Let's hear Sean's conclusion. I feel like I am always running, but never moving forward. I work from sunrise to sunset, and still nothing changes. Which leads us to understand that being busy doesn't equal being productive, because someone can be busy and still be wasting time, because the person is not focusing on the right things. Liam became the rich one. Liam's path was different. He studied, worked hard, and later became rich. He had a very well-paying job that gives him a lot of money, but he always spends the money on the latest cars, latest smartphones, gold rings on his fingers for show-off, and the grandest house in choice areas. People admired him, while some envied him. Anywhere he goes in a grand style, making people to always notice him. But behind all the glamour, Liam carried a heavy burden within him, because despite the money he makes, he did not put systems in place to sustain the wealth. Instead of putting his money in trusted investments that can yield money for him, he lives paycheck to paycheck in order to meet up with the living standards he had set up for himself. He is always busy working because he knows that if he stops working, he will not have anything to live on. Liam concludes by saying, I have money, yes, but I barely sleep. Every day I worry, what if I'm relieved of my job? What if my clients leave? What if I lose it all? These are his constant worries, because he knows that his wealth is not sustained. He spends all his money trying to meet up with the Jonases. Alex became the wealthy one. Then, here comes Alex. He worked as hard as Liam in the beginning, but his mindset was different from Liam's. Instead of chasing money, he built systems that will be generating money for him. Instead of investing in gold, he invested in people, skills, and businesses that can grow without his constant effort. Alex lived in a beautiful but modest home. He had more than enough for himself, but most importantly, he had time. Alex concludes by saying that wealth is not just having money, but true wealth is when your time belongs to you. Some of us are like Sean, working endlessly just to survive, not saving and investing properly. Some of us are like Liam, surrounded by riches but chained to them because he did not create a system that will make more money for him and sustain his wealth. And some of us are walking towards being like Alex, wealthy not just in money but in time, freedom, and purpose. Poverty is about surviving, rich is about having things, but wealth is about being free. So, my question is, which path are you walking? Are you chasing survival, riches, or building true wealth, the kind that gives you time, peace, and joy?